Rosie.
Yes.
So we get this beautiful house under contract. We're like super excited about it. We get the home inspection and some things come up in the home inspection. Like, what are those things we need to think about? But like, what happens if, I don't know, the roof is on its last legs?
Yeah, home inspection, it can be really scary, especially for someone who's never seen one.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Something's always going to come up. And I love when I get a clean roof back. The roof looks great. The roof looks amazing. I'm like, woo, yay.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's a really important component of that, right? Mm-hmm. I tend to focus when I sit down with my buyers and we're looking at this inspection report together. I'm like, all right, foundation, plumbing, roof, electrical, right?
Sure.
Right?
And they're like health and safety stuff too, right? I mean,
Health,
like, yeah.
safety, those are the things that we really want to focus on.
For sure.
Not cosmetic stuff, right? Because we already kind of knew that when we saw it,
Yeah.
you know? Which is why we get that inspection done, try to get it done as quickly as we can so that we have time to do what I love to do, which is negotiate.
Negotiate. You were talking about negotiation. So like, let's say you're like, hey, look, we need to get some repairs done. There are some old electrical wiring that we're concerned about. Is the seller obligated to do those repairs?
No.
Okay.
The seller can straight up say no.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Their home's under contract. They're excited too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So that's why it's so important to bring in contractors to get that second opinion, right? Because an inspector is not a roofing contractor. They're not a foundation specialist.
Or like a generalist, right? A licensed generalist.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's their opinion. So we need to get a second opinion and be able to really back up what it is that we're asking before we actually go in and ask it.
What are the options for a buyer? Like, do you just ask the seller to do the repairs?
We could do it this way or that way, right? This way meaning, is the seller going to take care of this? Because maybe they're already connected with, or they have a service plan with a provider, and it just makes sense to kind of go that route.
For sure.
Or do they want to do offer credit, which means money back towards the buyer's closing costs in order for them to be able to take care of this after closing?
Got it.
Right?
So like, let's say you're going to have some electrical repairs that cost $500. If the seller was going to give credit, is that basically like it comes in at closing so that, you know, the buyer can have that extra $500 in their pocket for them to do their own repairs?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we draft an amendment before the option period expires, signed by both parties.
Okay.
And then you see it on the closing statement. It actually goes, you know, comes off of the cash to close.
Sure. So it's easier for the buyer because they can technically say, I'd rather use my own electrician than, you know, Joe Blow that the seller found on Google that may or may not do the job that you want it to be done.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Awesome. Cool.